بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are all in good condition of iman and health. Stay safe, stay home. Today I am here. My name is Humaira. I am the teacher of English literature from the Department of English in Maryland High School. Today I am here just to deliver the lecture on the English grammar. My topic is present indefinite tense. First of all, today we will learn about how we can make present indefinite tense simple present indefinite tense, which we can call positive present indefinite tense. First of all, point number first is that what is the meaning of the present indefinite tense? Just the first priority just to deal with the topic, which is present indefinite tense. What is the meaning of the present indefinite tense? How you can deal the present indefinite tense? Present, which means today's condition, which means that no concern with the past, no concern with the future. Today's condition, which means I am here, I am delivering a lecture, I am writing something on the board, I am present in front of you, which means I am speaking something. At that moment I am speaking something, which means that this condition shows my present condition, not past condition, not future condition. This is the basic meaning of the present indefinite tense. As you know that we have not only one tense, we have 12 tenses, we have different criteria for the each tenses, we have different method of clarification, method of solvation, method of put the helping verb for the each each tense. Here I am discussing only the positive simple present indefinite tense. Point number 2 is that use of the present indefinite tense. How we can use, how we can make the present indefinite tense with the help of the proper identification, with the help of the proper helping verbs. Present, which means shows present condition. How we can, the very initial stage, the very initial point is that structure. What is the structure? What is the meaning of the structure? Structure, which means that I am standing in a room. This room consists of the 4 walls. 4 walls, if I remove the 4 walls, which means this room will not be a proper room. So these 4 walls, in conclusion, these 4 walls is the basic structure of this room. Here, same, the similar example. The structure is the basic need for just to complete our sentence, just to solve our sentence. This is the structure. In structure, we have the 3 ingredients. 3 ingredients, which means first one is subject, second one is verb, third one is object. Now the question is arised, what is subject? How we can identify this one is a subject, this one is a verb, this one is a object? It seems like a complicated question, but in fact it is not. It is very simple if we learn properly. Subject, what is a subject? Subject, which means that a person that does something is called a subject. How we can say that this person is a subject? How we can say that? Subject, which means I am speaking in front of you, I am delivering a lecture, which means that I am a subject. I am doing something at that moment. I am doing something, which means, for example, just I write something on the board. Just I write one word on the board, which means who is writing? I am writing. You are not writing. He is not writing. He is not writing. I am writing in front of you, which means that I am subject. Because at that moment, I am doing an action. This is a subject. Second one is a verb. What is a verb? Basically, verb is a second kind of an action. How we can say that this is an action? I have a board marker in my hand. Just for example, I drop the board marker on the floor. I drop the board marker, this one. Then I did an action, which means that this one is a verb. There are so many examples from the surrounding we can take. What is a verb? If you can drink, you can drink. If you drink, which means you are doing an action. If you play, which means you are doing an action. If anything you are doing, which means you are doing an action. This is called an action. Just for example, I have a door in my room. If I close the door, which means that I did an action. If I open the door, which means I did an action. This is the example of the verb. Verb is the second kind of an action. Object. Now the question is that what is an object? Object, which means that an action done on it, is called an object. The action, how we can say that the action done on it, which means I am speaking, but what I am speaking? I am delivering a lecture at that moment, which means I am doing a specific work. Who is delivering a lecture? I am delivering a lecture. So, which means that object, a verb done on it. Just for example, I write here a very random example. He writes a letter. Who is writing a letter? He, which means he is performing an action in this sentence. So he is a subject. What is action? Writing, writes, just to write something is an action, which means this is a verb. But actually, what is done by the subject? So, subject is writing an action, which means the letter is written by a subject. So, letter is a object. This is the basic structure of any sentence. We need this structure. Without the structure, we can't complete our sentence. Without the structure, we can't solve our sentence. We need this structure in each and every moment. Then we can add more additional things like helping verb, like form of the verbs, like the additional ing, but with this subject. We can't skip this structure. Point number 4 is that how to make a positive simple tense. Here at that moment I am just discussing about the positive simple sentences, but in the present indefinite tenses we have the 3 categories. Simple present positive sentences, second one is negative sentences, third one is interrogative sentences. Simple tenses, interrogative sentences and the negative sentences have the different criteria of solving. So here at that moment I am just discussing the positive and the simple one sentences. How we can deal these sentences with the help of some specific and some important points. How to make a positive? Now the question is that how we can make. We can already have done. We have learned about. We have read about that the present indefinite, which means the today's condition. Second one, how shows the present condition, actual habits, daily routine life, and the second one is the structure. And the fourth point is that how to make a positive and the simple tenses. It's not a complicated. It's a very easy. First of all, just to follow that. These points, the sentence should be relate about our present condition, which makes that, just for example, identification. First, just to make the simple positive tenses, we need identification. As you know that we have 12 tenses and each tenses have its own identification. Without the identification, without the recognition, we can't complete our sentence. We can't even know whether it is a present definite tense, whether it is a continuous tense, whether it is a present perfect tense. Without the identification, without the recognition, we can't solve it. So identification is the major point and the most important in the initial stage, just to solve any statement. So identification, as you know that in the examination, you just will find from the examiners a Urdu statement. We have to convert the Urdu statement into English. So definitely we have to recognize and identify the Urdu statement and then transfer into English after recognition, after the identification of the Urdu tenses. So here the particular identification of the present definite tense. We have the 12 tenses and we have different identification, different recognition of each tenses. Here is the identification of present definite tense. Ti hai, ta hai, te hai. If we will meet and the end of the any sentence ta hai, ti hai, te hai, which means that we can easily guess that, we can easily solve that this statement relates to the present definite tense. We have to put the present definite helping verb. We have to need the structure of the present definite tense. We have to use the helping verb as the whole criteria according to and should be related to the present definite tense. We will not add the present continuous. We will not add the present continuous, present perfect continuous as well. So here is the identification. Just for example, I have an example. वो खत लिखती Next, where's an action? Where's a verb, which means writing, something doing, performing an action, and action is the second form of verb. Here we write here write. This is a very random example. We need more things just to add to complete our sentence. Write a letter. Obviously, letter is a object because all work done on the letter. She is writing a letter. Letter is an object. This is a very random example just to show how we can make our present simple present indefinite tense. Okay. Next point is that this one is already done. Identification. If we will find identification at the end of the Urdu sentence, sta hai, ti hai, te hai, we have to deal this statement according to the present indefinite tense. Point number 6, that singular plural. How? What is the meaning of the singular? Just for example, I have a board marker in my hand. I have only one board marker. All of you have eyes, which means that you can see this is a one board marker. You have not many board markers. You have not more than one board marker, which means that this is only one board marker. I am standing in front of you. I am only a one, which means I am a singular. Plural, which means more than one. Just for example, if I hold the more than one board marker, this category show the plural category. Here is the singular plural. How we can deal according to the singular plural category. After the identification, obviously we have to find out that the how many persons, how many subjects are performing an action in the same sentence. So here I already wrote an example. How many girls? Only one girl, which means that this situation show a singular situation. If I change the situation, if I write in the statement वो खत लिखते हैं, this situation show the plural condition. How this situation show the plural condition? Because लिखते हैं, at the ending point we can conclude that this statement relate to the many, more than one person. So we can say that this statement is not a singular. This one is a plural statement. After identification, we have to focus whether our sentence is a singular, whether our sentence is a plural. Then we will write according to the singular, plural, according to the identification. Then move forward to the next step. Point number 7 is that use of the s or es. As you know that in each tenses, just to complete our sentences, we need the helping verb. Helping verb, which means what's the meaning of the helping verb? What's the meaning of the helping verb? Helping verb, which means the help the verb. Help the verb. And what is the verb? Already we have read about that. What is the verb? Verb is an action. Verb, we have the two types of the verb: original verb and the helping verb. Original verb, if I am writing something between doing actual action, I am doing an actual action, this is called an original verb. But the helping verb, I am a girl. So here I am, if I skip the am and I will a statement I a girl, it is a complete statement. Think about that. I don't think so. It's a complete statement. So just a complete statement. Just for example, I beg to the helping verb. Just come to my statement and complete our statement. Please come to my statement and complete my statement. So okay, I put here am. Am is a helping verb. This is not an original verb. Sometimes we need helping verb and original verb at the same time in the same sentences, and sometimes we just need a helping verb. Sometimes we just need a original verb just to complete our sentence. It's totally depend on our sentence, doesn't it? Okay, point number 7. Use of the s or es. Obviously, we have also need a helping verb, original verb just to complete our sentence, and different helping verbs we have for the different tenses. Here I am discussing and we are studying about the simple present definite tense, and we just need the helping verb. We will take s or es as a helping verb. Definitely when we will do the interrogative tenses, when we do the negative tenses, then we need separate helping verbs. But in the simple indefinite tense, in the statement, there's nowhere a negative tense. There's nowhere an interrogative tenses. So we will deal these sentences according to different criteria. So we will take S or ES as a helping verb just to solve the simple present indefinite tense. Now the question is that how we can add S or ES, how we can identify. We have to put the S with these words, we have to put the ES with these words. What is the differentiation between these two situations? It's a very easy one. Mostly S used. And as our basic point is that before discussing about the next and before moving forward to the next point, it's a very important thing just to discuss about that. S or ES when we use just to convert the simple, which means that a singular tense into the plural. If we have the singular tense, then we use the S or ES. But if we already have a plural tense, we will not use, and it's not necessary to use S or ES with these tenses, with this statement. Or just for example, वो खत लिखती है. I already wrote the example लिखती है. How many persons we have in this statement? We have only one person. This which means that this person is a singular person. Then we need S or ES. Obviously we need S or ES because in this statement we have a singular person. But just for example, we have the plural person in our statement. Then we need S or ES. Think about it. We need S or ES? No, we will not need S or ES. If already we have plural tenses, then we need plural. We already have a plural sentences statement. We will not necessarily use the S or ES. Now the question is that for which those sentences we use S, which those sentences we use ES. Very simple is that if the verb, original verb we have, which means लिखती है is the original verb ends in CH, SH, double S, X and O. These are the specific words. If we have in our statement these words, if the verb ends in CH, SH, double S, X or O, then we put ES, not the S. And then with the more than these words, we will use S with the other statements more than these words. But if we have these words in our statement, then we have to use ES. How we can use this? Just for example, there's a verb and CH and SH, double S, X, O. This is a very important topic. You have to learn on the tips these alphabets. You have to learn SH, CH, double S, X and O. Just for example, this branch is on full swing. This branch is on swing. This is a single branch. This is not a more than one branch. Just for example, if we transfer into the plural, we want to convert into the plural, then we will write here this branch. Branch, the ending point branch, which means as CH. Branches. Here the ending point CH, and we want to convert into the plural. This branch is on full swing. These branches are on full swing. It's a totally a random example, just to show how we can convert ES, how we can put ES. If I write here branch S, this is incorrect. The correct one is that just to add ES because the ending point is a CH. Double S, just for example, ये इसका सूट है. This is his dress. Because suit, dress is only one dress. We don't need to add ES because already we are discussing about the singular one. But if we want to convert into the plural, just for example, ये कपड़े इसके हैं. How many कपड़े? More than one dress, which means that these dresses. Dresses. Now just to convert it the plural, we will add es, not the s. If I add s, which means the sentence will be consist on the triple s. It's the incorrect one. So we will write here, these dresses are his. This is the correct one. Another example is that if the verb ends y. If the verb ends y, the consonant before the y, which means that we will add ies. If the vowel before the y, we will add only s. This is another example. Just for example, we have the word of copy. Copy before the y, p. P is the vowel and consonant. Vowel words a, e, I, o, u are the vowel words. P before the y, p is a consonant words. Then we will add es with the consonant words if we will find the consonant before the y. Just for example, play. A before the y is the second one, but ending point is the same. Y. But the before the ending point, before the word, we have the two categories. First one is the consonant, second one is the vowel. If we have the vowel, then we add only s, just to make a plural as place. Okay. Second last point is that use of the former verb. How we can use the former verb? Because we are discussing only the positive simple sentences, and we will just add up first former verb. Write is the first former verb. Then we add s or es with the first former verb, just to complete our sentence, just to make our sentence. Point number 10 is finally that after discussion, after discussing the whole point, the conclusion is that what is the formation, the actual formation of and the actual making of the present indefinite tense, how we can make. We will verify, we learned, we already have the concept about these steps, then we can easily make our sentence. How we can make our sentence? Formation of sentence, making of sentence. Just for example, in the exam, you have find a example. वो स्कूल जाती है. Okay, the first one, जाती है, which means she is going. जाती है, it's the present condition. Present? Okay, this first one is clear, this one is a present condition. Then the structure. Now we have to find out that whether we have the complete structure, subject, verb and object. Here, who is going? वो is a subject. Going, which means doing an action. जाती है is a verb. Then the third one, where she is going? She is going in school. This means object. Third one is clear. We have the complete structure, subject, verb and object. Next point is that find out the identification. Identification show that ती है, ते है shows that this is the present indefinite tense. We have to solve according to the present indefinite tense. Now the next point is that find out the singular or plural. वो जाती है. How many girls? Only one girl, which means that is a singular. Then we have to put s or es. How? She go is the second form, and the ending point is o. O, which means the also found in the specific words, which means that we have to add es. He goes to the school. This is the formation and this is the actual formation and the actual making of the present indefinite tense. And for your assignment, you have to make more than 15 statements on the present indefinite tense, simple present indefinite tense, and you have to write examples and think about with your own mind and write and solve with your own